Okay, so picture this. The entire English language, right? Hundreds of thousands of words. And you try to boil it all down to just its most powerful, essential core. Sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. So let me ask you something. Just think about the conversations you've had today. How many different words do you think you actually use to get your point across? 1,000? Maybe 5,000? Well, what if I told you the number you really need is way, way smaller?
Believe it or not, the number is 850. Yeah, just 850 words. And look, this isn't some random number I pulled out of a hat. It's the absolute core of a system called Basic English, which was designed to be this kind of universal toolkit for clear, simple communication.
All right, section 1. So what exactly is Basic English? Let's get into it. It's really a core language toolkit. So here's the best way to think about it. Imagine the entire English language is this massive, overflowing river. Basic English is like a filter that channels all of that down to just 850 essential words. And the whole point wasn't just to make the list short, it was to find the absolute perfect words that could express pretty much any everyday idea with total clarity. Okay, but to really get a feel for how powerful this system is, we're not going to try and memorize the whole list. That'd be crazy. Instead, we're going to take just one of those 850 words and put it under a microscope. We're going to see how much work a single word can actually do.
Section 2, the anatomy of a word. So let's meet our word for today, stitch. We're going to dissect this thing and see just how much heavy lifting one simple, everyday word can really do.
And yup, there it is. It is officially on the list. You can see it right there, sandwiched between still and stalking. So it's a fully verified member of this exclusive 850-word club. But here's the thing. What makes a word like stitch so valuable isn't just that it made the cut. Check out its profile. It's a countable noun. I mean, you can have one stitch, you can have a bunch of stitches. Simple. And it's also a regular verb. It's an action. That versatility, right there, that's the secret sauce. Okay, moving on. Stitch, noun, and verb. This is where it gets really cool. One word doing two jobs. Let's break down how it works as both a thing and an action.
Okay, first up, let's look at it as a noun. A thing. The definition couldn't be simpler, really. A little circle of thread used to join cloth together. It's a physical object, something you can literally see and count.
And you've probably heard this noun in that old saying, right? A stitch in time saves 9. I mean, it literally means that one single stitch right now saves you from having to make 9 of them later when a small tear becomes a big one. It's a perfect example of the word in action. And this is where the real power comes in. This word does more than just name a thing. It also performs an action. It does something. So let's flip it and look at it as a verb.
So as a verb, to stitch is, well, it's just to make stitches in something. Or even simpler, to sew. You see what happened there? The thing itself becomes the action of making the thing. I mean, that is just incredible linguistic efficiency right there.
And just look at how this one little root word can flex. The base form is stitch. He or she stitches. In the past, they stitched. And right now, I am stitching. It's one core idea that just effortlessly adapts to any situation using super simple, predictable rules. That is power. All right, section 4, the power of simplicity. We've gone super deep on just one word, so let's zoom back out for a second and ask the big question. Why does any of this matter? This quick dive into the word stitch actually teaches us some really big things. First, that a small vocabulary can be insanely powerful. Second, it proves that the simplest words are often the ones that can do the most work. And finally, it really shows how a core set of words gives you this super strong foundation for clear communication. And it's really important to get the big idea here. A system like Basic English, its goal isn't to limit you or box you in. It's actually the complete opposite. It's about giving you a tool for clarity, about making clear, powerful communication something that's accessible to literally everyone. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if the most effective communication isn't about knowing more and more words, but about truly mastering the right ones?